not point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them.
Ooh, so it's not
And
Prothean
then,
technology,
like all
it's
the other forgotten civilizations throughout
unknown
galactic
technology,
history,
I guess.
the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Okay,
Of course,
Ashley.
you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakra should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
Indeed.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
Never
At
expected
least the mission
Saren
was
to
a
come through.
success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
What are you doing on just disconnect.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Damn straight.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on
What's
you.
with her eyes? Holy shit. Alright, yeah. Do a quick sec. Achievement. Alright, do a bit of this running. Fuck. Figure talk to people. Yeah, I should see how the crew's going. Alrighty then, that's the elevator down below. Don't want to go down below. Oh fucking of course everyone changes this, but yeah, let's talk to Kaidan. Cartho Nasi. Are you serious? It has to load a conversation.
Commander.
Oh, goodbye.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this.
Of course you do.
This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Rot.
The hell's bot?
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance.
Oh.
Last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Oh, broad.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins.
Wait, so
It only
biotics
gets iffy around 63
are people who have
kinetics
element
was
0
running out of
injected to them while they're
Until
being
then, they
born.
relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields.
Mass
It was
effect
a
fields.
small research platform when I was there.
Sounds rough, go on.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Good. I'm glad he doesn't want to talk to me about it. A sleeper pod? What the hell's that? I'm not going to read about it. I wonder if Miranda's in here yet. Nope. Personal manual. Is this my room? Huh. Shepherd's Lacquer. Cool. Who's in here? Chocolate. And replenish Medi-Gel. We got 0 Medi-Gel for that. What the fuck are you two? Why aren't you doing any work, you lazy people? Alright, elevator ride. Let's go. Loading. Yay! Is that Rex? That's Garrison's talking. Ah, that's
Hey,
push.
Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Yeah.
What have you got?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah,
Armor, weapons. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you?
My
for
stuff.
money?
Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
I've already had that conversation before, but okay. Oh, goddamn. Oh, I thought my game crashed, thank god. Is there any light armor? Taurian light armor. There we go, light armor. I can afford it too. Compare it. 549.12 is mine. Okay. I'll take it. Ooh, yes please. That armor is so much better when I just bought it. But it's so much more expensive. Like Korean armor, dude. Here, only 15? Are you kidding me? I could probably give that to Alenka or Ashley. I don't think anyone can use that. Alright, well. Anyway, armor. Ooh, look at that armor. Looks pretty cool. Shotgun. Can I install anything to it? Weapon upgrade. Some enemies use blah blah blah. Heat sink. Heat absorption. Weapon stability. Okay, let's go with heat sink. Alright, pistol. Let's give that. Weapons force. Weapon stability. Oh, that's good. Alright. Garrus.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Not that bad.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was tipping. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC.
Yeah, but...
Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
Yeah.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
It depends.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Damn straight. I can expect this thing. Codex entry. Fantastic. Oh. Why did my shield just randomly regenerate?
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Of course.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex.
Why?
With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You're out of line. Nope.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Yeah, but we need allies.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
You know how shit we are working for ourselves? Stop fighting each other.
Bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
How cynical.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look,
what?
If you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation at a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I come from a military family too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander. We
What?
probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
No. The future of humanity is out here. There's so much we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I still remember my first field exercise on Titan.
That was
When
Titan.
we hit mud, the reality hit me. I'm the first person who ever stood here. Then my drill instructor kicked me in the ass. I went face first into the muck. He spent the next 5 minutes chewing me out for gold bricking.
Gold bricking?
Don't tell me you had Gunny Ellison. He's the only one I know who uses that word to describe shirking duty.
Oh, Lord. You went to the Macapag boot camp, too? Yeah. Gunny Ellison's still reaming out recruits down there. Kicking ass and using words like inveigle and pusillanimous.
What the fuck?
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Ooh.
Would you kiss anyone I ordered you to?
That depends, sir. If you ordered me to kiss a superior officer, that would be a violation of the regs concerning fraternization. That would make it an illegal order. I'd be required to decline and relieve you of command.
Oh shit, dude. Oh my god.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I'd buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I'd buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking.
Yeah.
I think she's being straight with us.
Yeah. Too bad those ruins got
Alright,
destroyed.
goodbye.
I mean, they
We'll
lasted.
talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Well, that was certainly interesting.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Okay.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
To be, yeah.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
How old is he then?
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard
Jesus
about
Christ.
that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I
Okay.
suppose it isn't all the same.
Was that this? No,
I don't expect you to understand.
don't want to
But
spoil
don't
anything.
compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard.
Well.
As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details.
Yeah, there you go.
Hate it.
What's the Solarians? Okay. Wasn't a spoiler.
All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
That's true.
Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are.